Hello and greetings. Welcome to Temple Baptist Church here in Poplar, Bluff, Missouri. We're glad to be with you again in a devotional. We just pray that as we look at God's Word, that it encourages you throughout your day and take time to look at God's Word. We're going to be in Ecclesiastes chapter 2 this morning, and it's verses 1 through 11. And in past, I've not read all the verses, and so I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to get us started with verse 1, and then I'm going to drop down and read verse 11, and we'll come back and we'll say a little bit about what's going on there. But the writer of Ecclesiastes, and everybody believes this to be Solomon, and I think we can say that the wisest man there ever was, had everything that anyone could want. And he said, I said in my heart, come now, I will test you with mirth, therefore enjoy pleasures, but surely this also was vanity. And then in verse 11 of that same chapter, then I looked at all the works that my hands had done, and on the labor which I had toiled, and indeed it was all vanity and grasping for the wind. There was no profit under the sun. Now, like I say, look at the book of Ecclesiastes, and we believe that Solomon is the writer, and he had everything that he needed to conduct this experiment that he is conducting. He's finding the meaning or the purpose in things that humans desire the most, and I know we all have desires and things we would like to do. And he included worldly pleasures and all of that, but he noted that he was still being guided by wisdom. He said, I tried cheering myself with wine. I searched in my heart how to gratify my flesh with wine while guiding my heart with wisdom, and how to lay hold of folly till I might see what was good for the sons of men to do under heaven all the days of their life. That's verse 3 of our text there. So, he's still guided under wisdom, and he notes he's still that, and we're told that he's the wisest person that ever lived. Now, when you think about that, it says, I find that in 2010, a man by the name of James Ward, the creator of the blog, I Like Boring Things, he launched a conference call called Boring Things. It's a day of celebrating the mundane, ordinary, or the overlooked. And some speakers have took the day talking about seemingly meaningless topics like sneezing and sounds that vending machines make, and the inkjet printers of 1999. And this Ward that started this, he knew these topics may be boring, but the speaker can take that subject and make it interesting and meaningful and even joyful. So you think about that. We think about that for things. Like I said, Solomon was the wisest king, wisest man that we know. He launched his own search for the meaningless. He done that. He pursued work. He bought flocks. He built wealth. He acquired singers. He constructed buildings, just on and on. And some of the pursuits that he done were honorable, weren't they? Some of them were not. But ultimately, in his pursuit of meaning, the king found nothing but boredom. He just, I'm bored. You got everything, but I'm bored. Solomon maintained I think a worldwide view that didn't press beyond the limits of human experience to include God. When we don't include God in things, it can be boring. He realized to find joy only when he remembered and worshipped God. And if you go over to the 12th chapter, and you can read there verses 1 through 7 about that and what Solomon's saying. But when we find ourselves in a whirlwind, let us launch our own daily mini conferences, may we say, as we remember our Creator. What did he say in verse 1 here? I said in my heart, come now, I will test you with mirth. Therefore enjoy pleasures, but surely this also was vanity. So we think about that. Think about vanity. And, God fills the emptiness with meaning. As we remember Him, as we worship Him, we'll find you'll find wonders in ordinary. Gratitude in the mundane, enjoying the seemingly meaningless things of life. Just think what God can do for us. All the things that He has done and all the things that He can do. Remember now your Creator in the days of your youth, chapter 12 and verse 1, before the difficult days come and the years draw nigh when you say, I have no pleasure in them. Let's always remember God. Let's find joy in the meaningless things. There's joy in everything, and all because of God. Remember our Creator. We just enjoy saying things about God and praising Him. We invite you to be a part of our services here at Temple. We meet on Sunday mornings at 8 o'clock for our first service. Then we have Sunday school classes beginning at 9. I'm sure you can find a class that would fit you. Then we have a 10 o'clock service, then Sunday night at 6, and Wednesday night at 7. Come and be a part of those services. May God bless you is our prayer.